What's going on, good guys? Chris Noon here, Chris Noon Real Estate, ChrisNoonRealEstate.com. See, I got it right. The other two that I just did, shaky, baby, but I got it right this time. It's shake the rust off, get the shoulders moving. You feel me? That's what's going on. So, here's what I wanted to talk to y'all about in this video. It is a, I don't want to say controversial. It's a conversation that needs to be had, right? And this is in general. Excuse me. We need more black people. Excuse me. In these highly regarded careers. And I don't even want to say just highly regarded. We need more black people in careers, period. Like, not just regular jobs. We need black people in careers, right? A big reason, in my opinion, a big reason as to why we don't aspire to be these big moguls and so on and so forth is because we don't see it, right? In America, not just like black people, but in America, we idolize celebrities so much, right? That's why Trump's in office. Like, we just idolize celebrity. Like, we just, oh my gosh, like we, yo, we had the Terminator in office. We had the main guy from The Apprentice as the president on his second term in office. People wanted Kanye West to be president. You hear people saying The Rock should run for president. They don't even call him Dwayne Johnson. They still call him The Rock, right? Like, you can't make this up. And we don't even have enough of those kind of celebrities. So we need to see, one, that it's possible, and two, we need these people in, damn, these people, look at me. we need more black people in these careers because, for example, psychologists, right? My oldest daughter, she goes to therapy, just like I do. I go to therapy myself. And her therapist is an older Asian woman, right? Now, not saying she can't do a fantastic job, but now there's a cultural separation there. Certain things she don't understand, right, about the black culture. Everything would kind of be hearsay or what she see on TV, and she might have black friends, right? I'm not racist. My best friend is black, right? Like, yeah, your best friend is black, but that don't make you black. You don't understand the struggles in the culture. You don't understand certain things. And also, when I say a culture thing, I really mean culture, not race. It's a difference. Culture. What do I mean by that? What's going on within that group of people? Because, like, there's some culture in the office, right? It could be a diverse set of races in one office, but what is the culture of that office? What is the culture of that school? What is the culture of that store that you work in? Like, there's a culture. You have some black people that don't like black people. You have some black people that think they white. You have some black people that just aren't connected, right? So it's not just a race thing or a skin color thing. It's really about culture. Yes, it's about race. That's one of the factors, one of the many factors that are important. However, is also we need more black people in these kind of jobs. Because now my daughter can relate. My daughter can relate to, before she had a black woman, she had two black women, female therapists. Now my daughter can relate. They can relate to my daughter because they were once a young black girl, going through these hormone changes, going through them. My daughter's still a teenager, When I was going to, which I need to go back, when I was going to my nutritionist, I weigh more now than I did when I went to her. She did a phenomenal job, but I got lazy. You start, them checks start hitting, and then you start eating more. You start not taking care of yourself. You start eating a whole bunch of fast food, and oh my gosh, then you look at a scale, you 191, and then a couple of months later you're 220 something, 230 something. It's like, yo, where did this weight come from? But anyway, neither here nor there. I said to myself, I need a nutritionist that's either black or Spanish, somebody that understands that culture. And when I went to her, her name was Isabella. When I went to her, we were talking about the goals and everything like that that I wanted to reach and that I wanted to see. And I told her I wanted to go down to like 180, 185. Now I'm 5'6", 5'7", 5'9" on a good day, right? And she told me, she was like, look at your build. Like your build is one thing. So that's something that you have to keep in mind, because if you go down to 185, you're gonna look sick, right? You're gonna look sick. That's not good. She said, you know what? Let's get you down to 190. Let's see how you feel. Let's see how you look. Because if you go any further now, I'm afraid you're gonna look sick. Now, at my height, when you just do the BMI, the body mass index and all that stuff, whatever, I should be at like 150, 160 the most, right? So when you step on these scales and it's like, oh, you're extremely obese, and it's for a certain kind of person that was built around, not for everybody. Like, not everybody looks good. You ever seen them people that like, yo, you look weird skinny, right? Like you weren't supposed to be fat, but you definitely weren't supposed to be skinny. Like it's certain things like that, but you only get that when you deal with, or you mostly get that when you deal with people that understand you. How do they understand you? They're a part of it. Come real estate, these schools, in the police force, like just these careers. When you're growing up in a black community, or an urban community, urban housing, your first thing to do is you get a job at McDonald's, you get a job at Foot Locker, you get a job at Macy's. When you go to these places in like Howard Beach, where it's like fully Italian, basically like 90 something percent Italian is over there. I probably gassed it, but it's a heavily Italian influenced demographic over there. You don't see those Italian kids working in those stores unless the store is family owned. You don't see that. What you'll see in those stores, us. And we don't even live there. We don't even live in that area. Like we live in Brooklyn, we live in Queens, like other parts of Queens. We don't live there. But you will not see, you're not going to see a bunch of young Italians working in that Stop and Shop or in that CBS. You're not going to see it. You'll see them in the Geno's, yeah. You'll probably see them in Vitro and like all of those big family restaurants. You'll see them there. You'll probably see them at Limitless. But for the most part, you're not going to see that. We got to do a better job at letting the youth know, like, yeah, it's okay to get jobs there. Even when you go to the McDonald's, you don't see them in the McDonald's. The McDonald's right there. You don't see them in the McDonald's. You don't see them in some Burger King / Popeyes there. You don't see them in those types of places. It's almost like my son or my daughter is not going to work there or for that, but we will kindly put our children in those situations, in those jobs, and now they get stuck there. And now you're 20 something years old filling out applications to work for the city because you just want a good job with benefits. Right? You're not aspiring for nothing. You just want a good job with benefits You want to be comfortable, which is fine. But then we get mad at the man, right? When we're not, being taken care of when we need a lawyer, right? Well, it's not enough of us as lawyers. These doctors don't understand. These doctors are just quick to put us on medicine. Well, there's not enough of us as doctors. There's not enough of us as anything. We're just there's enough of us in Burger King. I was in Burger King. There's enough of us in Burger King, Wendy's, and all these other places, right? Chipotle. Like it's go to a Foot Locker. Go to a JD Sports. We run it. No pun intended. That was fire. But go to a law firm. Don't see us there. Go to a real estate office. You don't see us there. Go to any perceived pristine career. It's like, oh my God, one of us is here. Like, that has to change. That has to change. And if it doesn't, we're going to keep running in this rat race and then blaming the Republicans. Or some of the Republicans blaming the Democrats. Like, we're just going to, we have to start putting ourselves in better positions and thinking of legacy when we're telling our kids to go into these stores, when we're telling our kids, okay, it's time for your working papers, so on and so forth. We need to be able to say, you know what, I'll pay your daughter to work for me. I'll start off with $200 a week, $300 a week, so on and so forth, whatever. She'll work 20 hours a week here, yada, 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 or she'll intern here for us, so on and so forth. Like, we need to be able to be in those positions to do that for our youth and build up those communities. Like I don't want to start rebuilding the Black Wall Street for real. Like, I don't want to start. It's really to the point where when we actually want to do something productive, it sounds like a scam because that's what it. Black people, they're gonna scam. Is it a scam? Is it a scam? No, I'm trying to put us on. I'm trying to break the cycle. We just gotta shut down I said this before. Shut down all these weed shops. You go to a black neighborhood, there's 20 different weed shops. Not even owned by us. Other races and cultures come into the neighborhoods and it's a bunch of weed stores. Imagine this, right? Imagine a bunch of black people going into the Muslim community trying to get their community all high. What? We would never be welcome there, right? And it's like, as far as getting them high, I be seeing like High Up Monkey, like these names be crazy. They be really playing in our face, like High Monkey or Weeded Out. Boy, it'd be crazy, and it's all over the place. And guess what? We're gonna go in there and spend our money, right? Get these out of the community. Stop supporting them. Stop supporting them. These liquor stores. There's liquor stores, weed shops, all throughout the hood. All throughout the hood. Go to Howard Beach, one liquor store. You gotta drive to it. One, maybe two weed shops, maybe. And it has to be legit. Has to be legit. They opened up an illegitimate weed shop. It got closed down like a month later. They wasn't playing that. Turned it into a barber shop. Like, come on. Let's be for real. Like, this is what it is. Like, we gotta do better. We gotta do better. I know they don't want to say. Listen, it might sound bad. It might sound crazy. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. Like This is crazy. I'm one of the few black people in my office. As far as real estate agents, I think there's two others. I think, from what I could see. As far as we got two people in reception and one that's in like admin support. But agents, so now who is supposed to relate to and help the people that look like me, that need the help, that need the guidance? Not around. Not around. And that's why I'm here. Because I'm not the black guy that's trying to be white. No. That's sitting here looking for acceptance from the white man. No. I don't care if I get it, right? If I get it, cool. If I don't, cool. Like I want my goal in real estate, not only obviously to make money and to make a mark, but my goal in real estate is to actually show people that look like me, like, you can do this too on a high level, of highest of the highest levels. You don't have to be in Burger King for 8 years to figure it out, or 20 years to figure it out. You don't have to be like, you just, that, like, that's not all that's out there for you. Is basically what I'm trying to say. That's not all that's out there for you. You can build a legitimate business being yourself. That's why I love Cameron. You get what I'm saying? Because he's himself and he makes a lot of money being himself, and he puts his people on. That's what you could do. It's this dude in Infantry Real Estate Group. He's a coach. He's a vet. He has a bunch of tattoos all over his face. He has a bunch of gold teeth. He's like, yeah, you know what's up? It's me from Real Estate Infantry Group. You know what I'm saying? I'm here in this two bedroom beautiful house right here, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? This beautiful $250,000. Yo, I'm rooting for him so much. And there's a whole bunch of other people rooting for him so much because he's being himself. He's being himself. A lot of people, oh my God, no, black guy with a whole bunch of tattoos and gold teeth and rings and da da da. He must be a gang member. Oh my God. And maybe he was. Who knows? But guess what? He's a mentor. He's a coach. He's turned his life around and he's doing something positive. Being himself. He's not here. Oh, Josh, you're a riot. And then he said, that's no alien. That's my wife. As a knee slapper. Like, he's not doing that. Neither am I. And we need to see more of that, and it doesn't have to just be in real estate. You could be a podiatrist. You could be an optometrist. You could be whatever kind of doctor you want to be. You can be a firefighter if you wanted to. You could be a judge. You can be certain things. Like, you can be anything. You don't have to think you made it in life because you work $10 an hour. I remember when I started working in Burger King, minimum wage was like $6.75. Then it went up to $7. Then it went up to $7.10. And then no, it went up to $7. And then I got a raise, a 10-cent raise. 10 cents. And I had to be happy. And I was grateful because 10 cents is more than, anything else that I was getting. But 10 cents? And I had to go up to the GM. His name was Joel. And I had to be happy. Oh, Joel, thank you so much for the raise. It was 10 cents. Like, imagine doing so much for 10 cents. Like, that's crazy. Like, we need to be more present in these fields. We need to be more present in these careers. We don't have to just be scraping by and getting so low that we feel like the only options that we have and the only chances that we have at being comfortable in life or being good in life is wait until you're 18, 20 years old, and then you can get a city job, and then don't worry about that because even if you start out right here, work a couple of years and then you can transfer and you can transfer. And yeah, that's true. There's nothing wrong with that. What I'm saying is you don't have to just settle for that. Like that's all you think about in life. If you're if your passion is driving sanitation trucks, right? Cleaning up the city. Do your thing. No, that's what you love to do, and it's fine because somebody has to do it. And some people are like, yo, I can't stand these streets being so dirty and filthy. Like, I'm gonna get into sanitation because I want to help make a change in my city. Great, maybe you want to clean up the projects, maybe you want to do this and the third. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that if it's your passion, but don't think that you're unable to do anything meaningful in your life, so you're just going to do that. That's my issue. No, if you want to do that, do it because that's what you want to do. That's what you feel passionate to do. Don't think, oh, well, I'm never going to be this, so let me just do this. No, that's wrong. That's crazy. That's crazy. Don't settle. Don't settle for anything like, oh, I'll never get like some girls, oh, I'll never get a Michael B. Jordan, so I'll settle for um, a Steve Urkel, right? Like Steve Urkel being in real life, like Steve Urkel, not Jaleel White. Like, I'll just get Steve Urkel. No, if you actually like Steve Urkel, go for Steve Urkel. If that's who you genuinely like Myra was bad, but she genuinely liked him. Like that's what I mean. Like if you genuinely want to do it, go for it. But if you have aspirations for Michael B. Jordan, work on yourself until you're able to get that, and then maybe you'll get it, maybe not. But you worked on yourself enough to get you to a comfortable level where you can go for it. And you might not get Michael B. Jordan. You might actually get Michael Jordan. Who knows? But go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Don't just be like, I'll never be nothing. I'll never do this. I'll never do that. And now you just gotta, I'll just do this. I'll just be a janitor. I'll just, no, don't do that. Don't sell yourself short. Don't sell yourself short. You are somebody, and you can do what you want to do. You can do what you want to do in life. You can. And this is for the black people. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to get in trouble, but it's true. I'm not discriminating. This message goes out to everybody, but speaking to a specific group of people in this moment because I want better for them. You can do anything you put your mind to. Don't sell yourself short. Don't sell yourself short. We need more of us in these careers, in these rooms. We need more of us in these rooms. You see what Jay-Z did in a few years that he was with the NFL. We need more of us. We need more of representation for us in these rooms. I'm glad I could be one of them. And I'm not going to let you guys down. I'm not going to let us down. All right? I'm not going to let us down. Talk to you guys soon. Have a good one. Later.